Good morning, Alphas. It's OJ Nate, and we are here to react to not the comeback. So let me apologize. First of all, we might have created a little bit of a stir on Twitter with this post. In my defense, it wasn't just the ultimate leaker, Maya, that said it. It was Juden also. And we kind of made a joke that Simon jumped into Alpha's chat before them to like make sure Maya didn't leak anything. And then as soon as he left, she did. But that's not really what happened. They were just being nice and greeting us a wonderful and happy next day. Unless there's something else that's dropping today. So with those two, fan theories started going, are we getting something? Are we getting something? Are we getting something? 2 a.m. came across, not that I was disappointed. All right, I'm going to lie. I was kind of disappointed. It was episode 1 through 4 recap, which we are going to react to now. I was originally going to react to it immediately, but upon scrolling through Twitter, apparently there was an additional scene in there that we haven't seen yet. And it's kind of important to react to. And if you think I was disappointed about the news, White Noises on Twitter, one of the funniest and wholesome XG accounts on Twitter, by the way, you should follow if you haven't, might have to get a tattoo because of this fiasco. So I apologize, but you said it, not me. Anyways, straight into the video. Let's go.
韓国合宿を行くメンバーは今のところ4名です.
아티스트가 되고 싶어요라는 친구들은 굉장히 많아요. 근데 정말 이렇게 어떻게 보면은 되게 힘든, 생각보다 힘든 일일 텐데 포기하지 않고 할 수 있는 그런 의지를 판단하기가 좀 힘들었었던 것 같아요. 그러니까 그게 되게 어려웠었던 것 같아요. 네.
今回の合宿のダンストレーニングに関する説明をします。トレーニングはランク制で行います。ランクは A、B、C に分けられ、各ランク
Team C, let's go!
個人順位も1位から15位まで発表しながらいきたいと思ってます。まず1チームずつ1人メンバーを外してください。
4人でやりたいです。光ね。
はい。じゃあ辛いんだよ。だってみんなが頑張る分、他の子たちも頑張
I'm
って
not crying this morning.
みんなが上手くなった分、他の子たちはもっと上手くなってるんだよ。だからキリがないんだよ、この辛さと孤独。
悔しいだけじゃなかったです。あの時はレッスンを受けさせていただきたいっていう思いだけでも伝えないとって思って、ガラスを鏡にして3人、マヤとちさちゃんとジリで踊った覚えがあります。記憶に残る思い出です。
笑ってる場合じゃないよ、君は。見てる、把握する、理解する時間がないって。とにかく行動しないといけないって、みんなは。
ギャラクシーで一点夢を見て、で将来デビューして、東京ドーム埋めたぐらいみんなが今思ってるみたいな、そういうところにたどり着いた時はもう私とパートナーになる仲間だと思う。皆さんを見てる。すごく大事だと思ってデビューから一番。
Remember, we covered the scene in the podcast because I was like, we covered this on the podcast because I was like, dude, the audio in this video clip is very bad. Cicadas in Korea are apparently really loud here. And I was like, but they still used it. And they didn't ask Simon to reread the lines. I said it was important and it's in the recap. And it's good that they're doing this, by the way, because newer fans are just jumping into the documentary and just want to stay what's current. They get to watch 1 through 4, this recap, and just see the highlights, bam, 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 and then go jump straight into episode 5, which I feel because they're doing this before episode 5 might be a pretty meaty episode. But that's another story. Let's get back into it.
最初やっていけるかっていう不安しかなくて、だけどみんな優しくしてくれて、その審査会とかになった時に急に自信がなくなっちゃって。
Oh, I forgot about this scene. Stop it.
絶対ここからデビューしたいし、逃げたからし。
みんなと一緒に出会えて、ほぼ1年経ってます。こんな私を、信じてくれてありがとう。そして最後に私たちみんなで一緒に夢を向かっているのは運命だと思います。
お願いします。
失敗したら全部責任取るから、怖がらない。
We technically, my voice squeaked there. We technically haven't even seen this scene officially yet.
お疲れ様
です。
お疲れ様
失礼
This is new.
お願いします。
お願いします何してたの
勉強してました。
勉強構成の結果
Oh
を
no.
皆さんに一人一人に伝えて、全部今
The
終わり
final
ました
cuts.
今日結果が残念だったメンバーに一生聞いて、話したいっていうことだったんでちょっと集合しました。
でもずっと考えたんじゃないですかずっと考えていよいよそろそろ決めなきゃってなって4ヶ月経ちましたねこういった経験が私にまだ一度もなかったのでこういうやり方でいいんだってそんぐらい考えるべきだしそういうなんかいい意味で正当化してる自分がいますけど
一番輝くぐらい。せーの。大好き大好き大
まあ本当に世界の大きな流れの一つにみんな今生きてるっていうのは間違いないと思う、いろんな機運や運が共に力を貸してくれなきゃいけないのでもうこういう世界の流れも全部受け入れるようにして自分たちができるものをだんだんとこう準備していけばそういう機運が勝手にこっちについてくれると思います、っていう感じでやろう。
はい。
絶対に夢をみんなで叶えて誰よりもかっこいいアーティストになって本当にありがとうございます。
ここで XG のちょっと待ってなんかの曲聞きたい。
聞いちゃおう XGリレー곡을 듣겠습니다 Let's go!
Can we not? If you see a cut there, it's because I accidentally cussed and I'm not going to censor it. So I'm going to cut it. And then you're going to see me like wiping tears and then the cut. Anyways, so that end scene, let's see if we can determine when that was actually filmed.
こう行くメンバーは今の流れ
So this was new, right?
流れ
そういうなんかいい意味で正当化
に世界
And what he talks about here, pandemics happening. They, I think before the pandemic, they were ramping up, getting ready to debut. I could be mistaken, but they definitely weren't expecting to wait an additional 2 years or whatever. COVID played a role in how long they eventually ended up training for. I feel like they were trying to debut sooner. Spoken of the actual time that they wanted to debut, she might have been like 15. I could be mistaken. This is just random thoughts and observations, right? And he talks about requiring luck. I mean, it might have been lucky for them to get that additional 2 years of training, because obviously when you're building up towards a girl group, right, the longer you keep them training, the less time they're making money for you, the more expensive it is to keep them training, right? But obviously COVID happens, they have no choice but to keep them training, so it gives him a good excuse to be like, we've come this far, we can't cancel the project, but we're just gonna continue training until it's safe for us to debut. Might have been a blessing in disguise. Not to say they wouldn't have been ready, because we've seen the evaluations, we've seen how good they were at dance that early, and they definitely could have debuted sooner. But that level of polish that we see from this group, like starting from move 1, going into move 4, going into, you know, the choreo for Tippy Toes, like their stage presence, that's not rookie girl group stuff. That they feel seasoned, right? I won't say veteran, but they feel seasoned. Like this isn't their first stage ever, but they killed it, right? So it might have been a blessing in disguise. It might have been lucky for them. It works in their favor, at least in hindsight. But let's go back to this. Remember, there was a fan theory. I talked about how 7 episodes is extra extra, and they're going to do the comeback at the end of Extra Extra. That fan theory lines up with my other fan theory of July 21st. But then the problem now with July 21st is there's a lot of K-pop stuff coming out in July. Like a lot of big hitters are dropping stuff around that time frame. So summer, if you're like a general overall K-pop fan, you're going to have a great summer. Like you're going to love it because there is just so much music for you to consume. If you're just an XG fan, YouTube reactors are going to be all over the place. They all know who to react to at that point. They're just, but we got you. All right. We got you guys. Let's see this scene right here. That's Shooting Star era. Juden has short hair. This is Shooting Star Era. Why is Harvey so calm? This is the next song. And remember, episode X1, they were listening to a song. My theory back then was like, this is going to be the song that they debut or that they play after this docu-series is finished. I think there's a build-up in this documentary series to something. We might get like additional like teasers along the way, not tied to the documentary, but I think the documentary plays a role in the release schedule of their next song. Whew, that was meaty. I don't know how long this was. I talked a lot. I'm sorry. I need to cut it down. But with that said, that was extra episode 1-4 recap. I'll see y'all on the next one. We have another video I should be posting up soon after this one that covers a very a video that not a lot of people have seen I'm about to react to. All right, everybody. Y'all have a good one. Have a great week. Peace. This is OJ Nate. Alpha Alpha. We gonna ride or die. Later.